So today at workshop, we've got a Corsa. It's a Corsa B. It's a Corsa B and a Sport. So this car, it's probably quite rare. I would have thought with this mileage and in this colour, I would have thought it's like an end tooth. To be fair, this particular model or this particular car even has done 38,000 miles from view. And it's about as original as you can get, minus the wheels, the coilovers and the exhaust that the owners put on. But it's kept everything, and everything can be put back to standard within the day. So yeah, it's a genuine little car. What a beautiful colour. It's a genuine little car, and it's a genuine looking straight thing. I don't think it's had any paintwork, the look of it. I mean, you wouldn't imagine it would have had with that mileage, and if it has, it'll be very minimal, won't it? So yeah, I mean, overall the car is absolutely pristine. There's a couple of little issues with it, like it's got no badge on there for some reason. Got a slight dint somewhere there in the bonnet that you can just get in certain lights. I don't know if I can get it here, but there you go, look, you can see it on camera. Obviously painless dint man will get that out in literally 5 seconds. It's put some comp MO5s on, which in my opinion, the best looking wheel for a Vauxhall of this age, Corsa and Nova. I'm a comp man. I'm not a Speedline fan. I have got Speedlines on my Nova, but that's because it's always had them on, and I don't want to be the one to upset the crowd. But yeah, so what we're going to do with this, it's going on ramp today. And we're literally just going to be steam cleaning underneath of it to get all road grime and crud off. We're going to be using tool of choice today, which is one of these to get all loose off. Obviously, there's not going to be no holes and all in it. It's just going to be a case of we're cleaning all areas underneath the car what people can't clean when it's on floor, basically. Once it's dried. So we're going to clean it today. I'm going to leave it then. I'm not back. So it's Saturday today. I'm not back then till Tuesday. So it's going to stay out till Tuesday. Basically drying. I'll use air gun and blow as much as I can out. But yeah, it'll be over. It'll be out ramp drying. If I come back on Tuesday, it's still wet. It'll have to obviously start ramp, and we'll get heat blower underneath it, and we'll get it as dry as we possibly can. Well, there's no dry as possibly can. It's got to be dry. Once it's dry, we will be using some of this stuff here. So clear film anti-corrosive wax. Now I keep rattling on about wax oil being the way forward. It is 1,000,000% the way forward. Under seal does nothing but hold water when it starts to get chips in it. Wax oil, so I'm told, it sort of repairs itself, because obviously with heat and stuff, wax oil's soft. It's always malleable, and when it gets chips and stuff like that in it, it pretty much heals itself back up. So yeah, what we'll do is I'll give you a little look around car. So obviously, as you can see, driver seat's absolutely mint. We've always got wear on gear gator, no matter what mileage. In fact, I think they might have come out of Vauxhall. Oh, sorry, hang on a minute. No, tell a lie. It's done 37,000 miles, which is pretty low, isn't it, to be fair? Especially for a car of this vintage. A beautiful colour. Let's have a look under here. Yep, there we go. Look at that. Shiny, shiny. Now this car is pretty much original, isn't it? I mean, you know, he's put this exhaust on it, 4-branch, which is obviously to improve the power a little bit, and obviously make it sound that little bit better. And I'm trying to get the bonnet up. So I'd do with one hand. Right, so yeah, I'll get a torch. These are a 1.4 engine, and they used to come in Vauxhall Tigras and Corsas and all that sort of thing. Not really much to look at, really. It is what it is. It's just a It's just a genuinely low mileage car. So we're going to clean that gearbox off. That gearbox looks absolutely filthy. Clean that gearbox off. Basically, I'm just going to steam clean full car and make it look like it's done the miles that it has. You know, it won't take long. Well, yeah, it won't take long. It will take long with me because I get fritted about from one job to another, to another, to another. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're on with today, guys. It's definitely one of the cleanest little corsa bees that I've seen in a long, long time, to be fair. Looks a little bit cleaner now. So I've just gone under now with steam cleaner under the bonnet. I didn't have it on hot because, well, I did have it on hot, but I didn't have it on mega hot because I didn't want to take all the stickers off. Things like that there, and that there, and that there. Because obviously they're all part of its originality. I've just been speaking to owner who's saying it's come off of an old guy. It's got 27 service stamps in book. It was basically serviced every year, even though it was hardly used. So yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not a detailer. I'm just doing underneath of it basically. But I just thought rather than leave all that oil on that gearbox and have to look at it and do my head in, I'll clean it off. So yeah, I've just give it, like I say, I'll give it a quick. There's a sticker there, look, but I don't know what that was for. But it's not doing me, and it was like that before I started. So, but yeah, I thought I'd give it a quick clean under the bonnet. So we're gonna get up on the ramp now, and we'll go from there. It's just starting to go on under there. So I mean, the detailer, obviously, the detailer coming in, he would make this car look brand new. Basically, I think it does want just little bits and bats like that fork there for the clutch. You know, paint started to come off. Not major, but just there, a little bit of service rust on there. It's just basically started to show its age a little bit. But all this can be caught now, and obviously once it's caught now and rectified, then it's a job that won't need to be done later in the future, basically. It don't look too bad, to be fair. There's the surface rust, but it's not to be expected of a car of its age. Outriggers look really good. Look inside there, there's no rot inside there at all, and all this is just surface corrosion, which is to be expected. I mean, if it just being sat outside and moisture getting up to it is going to create that. Look at them sills. Look at them sills, they're like brand new. So there's a little bit on sill backs. It's not gone through it like that. It's just basically flaking. Let me just see if I can show you what I mean. 1 second, I shall just put that torch there and grab this wire brush. Look, it's cleaning off. It really, it's just crud, and that's why we're going to jet wash it. We're going to steam clean it, because I'll do this without me having to use the wire brush, basically. But yeah, it's never really there in that. It's just literally all just surface. Look, just it looks worse than it is, but it's solid, which is the main thing. So like I say, once we clean this with a steam cleaner, all this loose will be off, and then we can come in with wire brush, give it a little bit of a wire brush to get the rest of the loose off, and then we'll go for some rust converter, the stuff that you can paint straight over, which is this stuff here. I've showed you before what I use, but I'll show you again. So we use that stuff there. So we'll spray that directly onto metal what needs, what they call it, tried and tested, converts rust, ready to paint surface. So that's what we'll do. We'll do that. And then we're not going to put the underseal on it because underseal is bad. Wax oil. We shall put wax oil on, and the wax oil that we're using, I think I've already showed you, and that's basically like an inhibitor, so it'll stop the rust. It'll stop the metal getting moisture to it, which should let it last a little bit longer. Now, I mean, if this guy who owns the car wanted to go full out, he could obviously strip everything off and, you know, start restoring it. But the thing is, they're only original once. You know, all this is only original once. So to start doing a full restoration on it, or even just to start doing what I've done with that BM, when really all it wants is a good clean. So as I was saying before I got interrupted by neighbours wanting cars moving, it is literally just wanting a good clean. So you're going to see difference. I mean, all this really is just because it's being sat outside. It's just moisture gets to it, and it just starts to create surface rust. I would probably, if it were mine, be changing them arms, or at the very least taking them off and painting them. Same with the front roll bar and that. But the problem is, once you start taking things off and painting it, then you start making other things look like they are worse than they are, because you've got new things next to old things. I mean, looking up there, like bulkhead is and that, it looks really clean, to be fair. Now, these are the bad thing on all Vauxhalls, because what they do is they hold out water and it just drip from inside, and you end up with hot firewall, hot bulkhead, or whatever you call it, with big holes in it. But yeah, so I'll get these wheels off. I'm going to hire this suspension a bit for him, while wheels are off, before I start wetting everything, because I don't want to wet everything and then start. But yeah, look at that, and right down to the bottom of them. No wonder it's got no suspension travel. And that's why I would have thought that's being scraped off, that bit of underseal stuff that they use from factory, because obviously it's too low. So yeah, we'll pick it up, or we'll take wheels off, we'll put suspension up, and then we'll go from there. I think about where it is now, to be fair, probably about where it needs to be. But anyway, yeah, we'll get the wheels off. I've just covered all my stuff up so I don't get everything wet through, and we shall go from there. We're going to put some, obviously, TFR and that on it. And we're going to give it a good blast everywhere, basically. So I've covered all my tools up and that, so I don't get water all over them and stuff like that, and dirt and so on. So yeah, we start off by cleaning wheel arches out, and then we'll get it up in air, and we'll go full underside basically. But as you can see, now that's going to be coming off. So yep, we're on with it. So obviously I put some TFI in there before I started and let it soak a little bit. So obviously both sides, I've put it out sills as well, but when I get it up in air, I'll stand it inside and I'll blow it out from inside there as well. Just need to get to that, but get there. So if I could help it, I don't want to wash like that off. I don't want to wash that off because that's an original sticker, and I would have thought, well, an original stamp, and I would have thought they're pretty hard to replicate, so we'll try not to wash stuff like that off if we can help it. As you can imagine, I've left this job till last job at day because I don't want to be absolutely wet through. I'll do that over the arch. Oh no, I'll go do it over the arch and I'll go to the sill. The floor's lovely and wet. It's all part of fun, isn't it? When all that dust clears, all that smoke, you shall see. It looks a bit better, doesn't it? So I'll lift it up now and just do them sills, and then we'll go for underneath. I haven't got the TFR underneath yet, so yeah, one momento. We'll start back, work his way around, I think. A bit easy to do. Oh, wow. So this stuff is very very concentrate, and it doesn't have stinging eyes, your nose, and every other part of your body. So I'll give that side a clean, I'll give that side a jet wash, and then we'll have a look what it looks like to the other side there. So first of all, let's look at the torch so you can actually see what we're trying to do. Right, so shall bear in mind it's its first pass. We'll do this again, but next time we do it, we'll be using the brush as well to give it a good clean. Right, it's a beautiful job. So you can see now that's the first go. What difference it is. That's what it looked like. That's what it looks like now. Big difference there. Yep. Obviously, we've got to do a bomb engine and that as well. But you're getting the general idea that it's well worth just giving them a bit of a clean, even if you're only cleaning it, rather than putting all wax out on it. But yeah. All that there is just loose powder coat. You can see where it all start bubbling. There's no point it being there, it's all water in. Smoky, smoky. It's a beautiful job is this. It is, you know, it's one of them jobs where you just love to do it. You know, it's like, I hope people ring me for a week and just say, oh, just do a underside clean of my car and put some wax oil on it. I know you like doing them, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love to. Yeah, bring it up, mate. Yeah, I can't wait. You know, in fact, when you come in, mate, I'm a bit excited now. I really want you to hurry up. Get this up here. You know, obviously I'm joking. I don't like doing this job. I hate it. Work through. But got to pay the bills when you've got a unit. It's part of £800 a month, and then you've got wages, and you've got house and kids and wife and everything else. You've got to try and make something, otherwise you all starve. And this is another bread and butter job where you're making a bit of something, not mega money, but it's money. And to be fair, yeah, I don't actually mind doing it. It's keeping them up the road, isn't it? And I'm all for keeping all cars on the road, because I think where government are going, they're wanting to get everything off the road out there that's not electric. So it's a good thing good up to society, isn't it? Keeping these old shitters on the road, I suppose. Well, I'm in that TFR now. So I'll get some more. I took jugs now. This stuff's lethal, this stuff, man. Horrible. Anyway, I'll go get some more. Yeah, it's never ending, man. It's never ending. This is like 4th little thing of TFR views now, but it's got to be done on it. So once this is done, what I'll do is then I'll go over it all again, but next time I'll have basically a brush to scrub it and stuff, and we'll get a little bit more off what we got off this time. This is just getting all thick of it off this, but it's not looking too bad there. You know, you can tell it's a low mileage car, but just a shame that it's been set outside the look of it, because that's what I'd have all this down for. It just sitting on the driveway, you know, someone's driveway rather than being sat in the garage or something. Well, it is what it is. It does look black out there, doesn't it, until you clean it, so, you know. Right, anyway, we shall leave that to do its job a little bit. That's what I'll do. I'll just go over this side again here now, and then I can let it soak in a bit while I clean the other side. And then we'll agitate this then with a brush, and we'll get it. Right, it's not right nice stuff. That one's on you. It burns to death, are you? Yeah, for my car, I'd probably take them arms off, get them repowder coated, take the back subframe off, sorry, back trailing arm, suspension, axle, whatever you call it, and get that powder coated as well. It's not my car, so that's up to owner if that's what he wants to do. When he gets onto it, I suppose. If he ever gets onto it, if that's something he wants to do, it might not be something he wants to do. Like I say, it's keeping it original. It's only original once, isn't it? Looking a bit better that now, isn't it? That doesn't look too bad at all, doesn't it? I get myself into some predicaments that. That's coming off. See you up there. Anyway, I'm just going to carry on now a little bit and just taking apart loose metal now. Not loose paint. Just trying to get that off now. Oh, all that loose off up there. All that loose off up there. I'm just trying to get all this loose off. A rosy, a little bit of loose painty loose. I'll take it off.
What side of it?
Yeah, eventually, mate.
Charging to
Yeah.
charging to this.
I don't know yet, mate. I'll just go on hours, probably about 300 quid, something like that, 250, 300 quid for labour. And then whatever it costs of material, so far I've used about 5 of the TFR, probably 40 quid of wax all when I get that way. So,
450.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I've lifted suspension up as well, so there's a bit of a little jiggery poker bits, you know.
So about 5.5.
No, it'll be about 4.5 for me, something like that. I would have thought. Oh, fucking hell, a fortune, I would have thought.
20 grand?
I don't know, mate. I don't really know with these corsa bees, but I would imagine it's 10 plus with it, how many miles that it's got, you know, because many of these are that sort of mileage. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's loads, mate. I've just fixed that nozzle on that thing, so make sure when you push that TFR gun back, you push your handle back so it don't come out, because I've just put new steel on it, but it's a bit stiff. It just wants bedding in, so the more you use it, the better it'll be, but very good job. Right, let it loose, I'll do that. Let's get shiny now, don't we? Even when you think it's something like clean, it's not really, is it, until you agitate it a little bit. Anyway, so we've given that a good once over with brush, we've given it a good once over with jet wash. We'll get it once over with brush, and then we're going to give it a once over with jet wash again. I'll turn this heat on full, and that should give it a good old clean. And the problem with turning heat on full is you can't see it for steam, which is not good. Right, well, now it stopped dripping on me. You can clearly see she's not a bad looking old thing. Lovely and clean under here, to be fair. So obviously we've got bits and bats of surface rust, but where it matters, the outsides here and so on, looks a little bit of a clean out in there still. The outsides and stuff, something liking it. Just see how that's blown off now, there's not coming off of it. Well, once that's dried, I'll give it a quick wire wire brush, and yeah, we'll put some rust converter on it. Put some rust converter on it, and then we'll put some wax oil on it, and that will make this car last a long time. It's still got a little bit up there. I ain't got all that. I didn't blast back up there. I could do a blasting back up there. But anyway, yeah. So obviously this car, chances are it's never going to see light of day again, as in like when it comes to rain and stuff, because now it's of an age. Even still got zinc on bolt there. Now it's of an age of people like to collect stuff like this. We've having such low miles. Chances are they ain't going to be driving it around too much. So if you want to restart it properly, you'd want to paint all this. If it were mine, I'd want to paint all that as well. But you know, it is what it is. It's still got all stickers on. Look, it's even got all the yellow dots on one thing. It's still got a sticker there. Look. Well, it's not, they're not stickers, sorry. What do they call it? They've still got stamps on. Well, they stamped it when it's been done, you know. Still got yellow on it. Basically like what I've done with my BM there. I've stamped things up when I've tightened it. I've dotted it with some white. It's all over the place, look. Yeah. Anyway, so killing brake pipes, any brake pipes, the original brake pipes, aren't they? This one's taking off really in painting. What they call it, wax oiling. Let's start again. That one's taking off powder coating, but the problem is with powder coating, you lose these little stamps, and whether the owner wants it to be so original that it's still got them on it or not. Even that's still got zinc on it. Madness. Anyway, yeah, that's it now. Home time. Leave this now to dry for like 4 days, 5 days. I think I'm not here now. So it's a few days later now, and it's all dried. You can see that it's a relatively clean car. The aim of the game for me, it wants basically it don't want me to do like a restoration on it. It just wants me to protect it and make it last. And also not hide anything from any potential buyers in the future. You know, anything that I do wants to be reversible, relatively simple. So then whoever comes to it next, if they, let's say, want to do a full restoration on it and then they want to start going to town on it and taking everything off, it's a little bit easier. But not just that, but like with wax oil and that, you can jet wash it back off with a steam cleaner, and then you can just reapply it. You know, give it a fresh coat every year. Wax oil is definitely friendly to cars rather than underseal. Obviously, when you underseal them, it's there, it's on. And if let's just say you want to clean it off, you've got to go to town on it with a brush and with a wire wheel and all sorts to get it off. So it's going to prevent it from rotting again. Like I said, this car's not going out in rain again, really. I mean, it might get caught out in rain now and again, but it's not going to be a car that's daily used anymore. So wax oil, obviously, it can be taken off fairly simple. You can have a look behind it, you can see what sort of state it's in, and then you can reapply it again quite easy. So it sort of just saves it. It'll like put it in a state of I don't know what's the word. Is it ketosis or something where it sort of just stays where it is, if you know what I mean. So once that's cleaned off, it'll never get no worse as long as you sort of look after it and you know, do what you're supposed to do. As for back axle and that, I think personally, if it were me, I'd take that off. I mean, it's got a couple of little stamps there, but I think for how scruffy it looks, it just wants taking off and doing, and it's just going to have to lose them. It's going to have to lose them, and yeah, because it is quite scruffy, to be fair. But yeah, overall, generally, this car, yeah, you're not going to find one much cleaner, to be fair. Especially, well, you might find one cleaner, but it'll have been messed about with already. Because I reckon this one here is definitely an unmolested example, other than coilovers and exhaust, which has got the originals anyway. It's just a proper Bob standard, genuine low mileage motor. So I think it is a sympathetic, not restoration, but just I don't know how to explain it. We call it a recommission maybe, or just keeping on top of areas that are starting to, you know, get a little bit of rust on them. A lot of this now is cleaned off, but I am gonna, because obviously there's like little bits of underseal that are just pulling away, and behind that there'll be a bit of rust. So I'll probably take that off. Same with these here. I've just come over and started nipping all corners of these off, because obviously when it's not stuck, it creates moisture gaps, and obviously when moisture gaps get in, or when water can get in, it creates rust behind it. So yeah, you see how it's like loose there, look. I'm going to take all these off until it's stuck to it again, basically, so I know that there's no gap between it. Areas like this here, obviously this here, will all just come off with a wire wheel. I'm not going to go too deep into it, because like I say, we try to keep it something like original as well, but we just try to preserve it for the future, basically. So that's where we're at again. For me, I'd take these arms off, I'd just get them done, get them powder coated. I'd take this off, get it powder coated. I'd get them powder coated, not zinced. These powder coated, just, you know, that's me. I like to go a little bit OTT with them. Even when I'm not trying to do a restoration, I still end up going a bit over the top. But in general, this little Corsa B is definitely one of the cleaner ones. In fact, I would say it's probably the cleanest you're going to get on this year that haven't been fondled with already.
It's always one, isn't it?
I think that's falling to bits, mate.
Why, you're just getting
It's
a
just
load,
got
yeah?
a spike straight in the fucking hand.
There we go. We'll turn it round. We'll get some sing over here. Taking off surface rust. Not going too deep. As you can see, all the surface rust off. I've always got a way of cleaning myself. Stay out of these cables. Scabbous office. Scabbous office. What's in there next? No, it's not. It's lovely. Can't get over how clean it is. Ah, she's a nice one. You know, we're covered it in rust feet. We've not seen them all. Get the big licks out for the big bits. Time for a new battery. See, just taking the surface rust off, just leaving it as original as possible, right up in the top end bits. Please excuse the camera angle.
Alt loose is off now, and some rust remover has been put on, some rust converted even. Obviously we've done back axle as well, just to help it out. They're still there, but yeah, rust converted on all bits that needed rust converter. You can see it's doing its job. So once that's dried, obviously then we can start thinking about going over it with either wax oil, or possibly might put some different kind of protection. I might put some wraps on that first before we cover that back up. But yeah, alt loose is off. Basically just going round full car where it rust is, and I mean these arms, like I say, we've cleaned them off. They should have been changed really, but we've cleaned them off, put some rust remover on them. There's no loose on it now, so once it is wax oiled, it will last a little bit longer. But yeah, generally it's getting there. There's even done drums with rust remover. The light's going over the top of the stairs like a little magpie. I'm surprised it don't look like a fucking a shiny 1p piece. It's got runs in this. They must be original factory runs. Unless somebody's actually painted that, maybe. Yeah, someone might have actually painted that in the past. Possibly, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we're getting there. There's still a few more little bits of loose to get that we haven't seen yet, but we'll see it as we go and we'll get it. And yeah, we shall see what it looks like when we're finished. So we're going on with this stuff now. We're just improvising here a little bit so we can get it to squirt out of this tub, because it's a little bit thick at the moment, but as it heats up it gets thinner, so obviously we painted a bit on in there just to get a bit into areas where we need to get it. But yeah, it's all been rust removed now, or rust converted, and we are going to start putting a nice layer of this wax oil on now. Basically get it something like, I know it looks scruffy, but believe me, everything that's getting done here now can be washed straight back off again, and it'll still look exactly the same underneath. It'll still look exactly the same underneath as what it does now, basically when it's clean. So not only are we using that stuff there, but this stuff here is going to go into basically sort of cavities. This comes with like a little straw and that, so we'll put plenty of that inside our cavities as well. That's anti-rust fluid, so that should also help protect it. Yeah, it's just, like I say, we're just trying to preserve it. We're not trying to make it look any better or look like that. We're just trying to keep it in a state of as you see it without all this on. That's how we try to keep it to stay. Because like we said, someone might look at the one and restore this in the future, but the lot of ones that now just wants it to stay in the condition it's in. You don't want to spend loads of money on it restoring it, but you don't want it to get any worse. So basically what we're doing here is we're just sort of holding it in the state that it's got into. It won't get no worse than this now. That's the plan. So yeah, once once all this is dried properly up back, we'll go around all this This is where we should see it. All loose is off now. There's no loose rust on this, and all this converter here is going to change it. So yeah, once this back bit's gone all nice and dry, we'll also go up into all these areas here with wax oil, just to try and help it out, just to try and keep it in the state that it's in basically, which is no worse than what it is now. I'll give you a quick example of what this stuff does. So this stuff's going to go right up into all these areas up here. What's harder to get into? Right up into all this area here, over everything. And this will just treat this car in a state of, as you see now basically, the showing all that. I'm going to go over all this here with big stuff, but you just get this, cracked a bit better with this. Yeah, I'm going to sort cabinets now with this. All in these areas here. We're going all these areas. Keeps it all, I've heated this up as well so it runs a lot better. So it'll run back down when I've got it in all these areas here. It'll run back down and land on all these bits. See there, look, nice and full in there. So yeah, and see how it's running back down now, look. So it'll run down, and it'll lay on the bottom of this panel on the inside, and it'll stop it from rusting again basically. Or at least keep it in the situation that it's in now rather than it not being protected. You know it's full when it starts coming back out all over you. Remember, all this can be just washed back off with your steam cleaner, so it's not permanent if you don't want it to be. When it dries, it just does what it's supposed to do, which is stop moisture getting to metal. All over that now, so that'll run down. As you can see, it's running out now. Look. Same again, do out lot. Risk to call the cavity back for the reason if it goes in all the cavities. Funnily enough. We didn't talk to them before to see where I am because I've got one I ain't got to there. I was pretty much filled that up. Same again. See all coming out line there, look. Right, so yeah, we'll just carry on doing that. Took the fucking rest of the car basically, and yeah, it should stay as you see it now for a long time. You can see where we are so far. We're absolutely blathering it. Not a little scruffy, but it'll all wash off if you want it to. Obviously, once it goes a little bit harder, you'll have to jet wash it off with a steam cleaner. But yeah, you can see plenty on it. Starting off cracks everywhere it needs to be. We've done that full side. And then we've missed a few bits like, look, we'll be going over it again anyway. Right, well that is well and truly beloved. So, tomorrow, when we come back and all this is dry, or dried a little bit, yeah, you can see now, we've absolutely blathered in all nooks, crannies, everywhere. So basically now this should be protected from moisture. Basically it should float, to be fair. I mean, there's that much on it. But yeah, it's all been every single place you can imagine we've got it inside. So even inside hot sills and that, it's jammed everywhere. So that should help this car survive. Well, it's a Vauxhall, so I mean it should last at least another week outside. Yeah. Yeah. So tomorrow when that's dried, it'll look totally different. Well, it won't look totally different, but it'll look different. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. So we're on next day now, and it's drying. You can see how it's going black as it dries. Or, well, it's not going black; it's going transparent. But yeah, you see them arms there. Look at the difference in them arms. I mean, all we've done is clean them up, rust heater, and then wax oil. They look a million times better. Same with that. So we've gone all up there with it. I know it looks not very appealing, but it will keep this car in the condition it's in. I mean, look at that back axle now. It's going black. How the wax oil's dry. You can see where it's not dry, where it's shiny, but then when it goes dull, where it's drying, you know, you can see the difference, can't you? So yeah, once all that's dry, it'll just go like that basically. So that back axle now is not going to rust for a little while, is it? We've gone right up into all the cracks everywhere. So it's absolutely full of wax oil, which will, like I say, it'll just keep it. It'll keep it as it is, really. It'll just stay like this now. Like I say, it's probably going to end up being parked in his garage. It's going to his son, I believe he said. So I mean, I don't know how old his son is, but I don't think he's old enough to drive yet, because the lad who owns it's not too old. So yeah, it'll definitely be there still when his son comes to pull it out of the garage and drive it. Of course, you can see it loves to go all over the place as wax oil. Obviously, we've not squirted car on top, but the vapour just goes everywhere basically. So yeah, we'll give it a wash now with hot soapy water, sponge and a steam cleaner, and that'll get all this wax oil that's landed on it off. We do sometimes bag them up, but it's usually faster just to give it a wash once you've done than try and actually bag all card up. And you know, not just that, but I mean, this wax oil going in little crevices and that, can't really do it no harm, can it? You know what I mean? If all it's going to help it out, I suppose. So yeah, we'll get a little bit of a video of it having its soap bath now, and we're going back to its owner. We've lifted the suspension up a tad because owner wasn't happy with how it rode. It was a little bit hard. Well, I say a little bit hard. It didn't actually have no travel on suspension at all. It was terrible. So yeah, that's it. It's done pretty much. Voila! Ultra shampoo, apparently. Right. Anyway, Dave's going to get on with it. So yeah. So with that, it's done. All done, all clean, ready to go. Back to owner. Just remember, this is a sort of a quick guide on how you can just go about protecting your car, you know, from basically moisture and stuff like that. It's not gospel, it's just how we do it. When we're getting paid a set amount, we can't go, you know, spending too long on them, but we can try as best to preserve them for the future. So yeah, like, subscribe, share, and whatever else is that you guys do, man.